Hello, if you have been assigned 7.2 Reteach, or if you are just needing more help working on percentages, then make sure to watch this video and try these problems with me. So first, we need to remember what the word percent means. So per means out of, and cent, think about how many cents are in a dollar, which is 100. So we always need to connect it to that number 100 when we are using percentages. So we're going to be focusing on the proportional strategy and setting up that proportion to find our answers. So if I'm finding 6%, so first let's write 6% as a fraction. So remember, it's out of 100. Percent is out of 100. So see if you can write 6% as a fraction. So it's 6 over 100. And then we're going to say that it equals what? 6% of 25. So that 25 is going to be our total. It's of the whole thing. So if we had 25 out of 25, that would equal 100%. But we only have 6%, so we need to find what this number is here. And you can put any letter up here. We're just looking for this. So we're going to do 6 times 25, which if I'm counting in quarters is 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150 is 6 times 25. And then we're going to divide by 100. So 150 divided by 100. So it can't go into 1 and it can't go into 50. So see if you can pause the video and finish that problem and then come back and check. So 100 goes into 150 one time, which is 100. So then there are 50 left over. So we're going to add a 0 and a decimal, bring that 0 down, and 100 can go into 500 5 times. So they had 1.5. So they got 1.5. This were a test. They got 1.5 problems correct out of the 25. So they got 6%. Okay. So if I was trying to figure out what percent they did not get, I could take this 6% and minus it from 100. So they did not have 94%. This is what they did not have. They had 6%, which was 1.5. So you just need to set it up. Remember, the percent always is going to be connected to 100 every single time. Okay, let's try another one here. At a middle school dance, 35% of the 160 students in attendance are in the 6th grade. How many 6th graders attended the dance? So this is our percent. So pause the video and write percent as a fraction. So that should look like 35 over 100, 35 over 100. Of the 160, I keep saying that funny, of the 160 students, this is how many total 6th graders are here. And we know only 35% came to the dance. So we're looking for how many students came to the dance out of 160 here. So we're going to do 160 times 35. So go ahead and pause the video and try that. So if I have 160 and we're multiplying by 35, so there is 0, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8, placeholder, and 0 and 18, and 3 plus 1 is 4. So we're going to add these up. And so we end up with 5,600. And then we need to divide that by 100. So 5,600 divided by 100. Can't go into 5. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can finish this problem here. So it can't go into 56, but it can go into 565 times, which is 500 with 60 left over, and bringing down the 0 goes into 600 6 times. So only, oh, this sounds like a kind of a sad dance. Only 56 students went to the dance, but I bet they had a lot of fun. So 35, notice the small number was on top, the smaller number was on top. If all of a sudden I ended up with a bigger number on the top, that's not going to make sense. If I only have 160 students, but all of a sudden there were 500 students there, that wouldn't make sense. So use your reasoning and think, like, does it make sense that 35% is is smaller than 100, 56 is smaller than 160. Okay, let's try one more before you work on your work. Suzanne orders a set of beads. She received 96 beads. So this is her total of beads. And 75% of the beads were green. How many green beads did she receive? So pause the video and I want you to see if you can set up the whole problem. So think of what 75% is as a fraction. Think about where the total 96 beads will go. So 75% as a fraction is 75 over 100. And then 96 is my total. So it's going to go on the bottom here. So we need to do 75 times 96. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. So I'm going to put 96 on top just because I like to multiply by 5s a little better on the bottom. So 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 3 more is 48. Here's my placeholder. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 9 is 63, plus 4 more is 67. So we're going to add these up, carry that 1 up there. So here's 5 plus 7 is 12, and 7. So 7,200. And we're going to divide that by 100. So a little trick here is when we have these matching zeros, we can cancel these out. As long as there's 1 in your divisor, 1 in your dividend, we can cancel those out. So 1 goes into 72 times. So 72 of the beads were green. So if I wanted to find out how many were not green, I could do 96 minus 72 and know that 24 are not green. 72 are green. So let's check our reasoning here. 75 is smaller than 100. 72 is smaller than 96. And also notice that 100 is just a little bit bigger than 96. 75 is just a little bit bigger than 72. So check your reasoning going across and up and down. Okay, so go ahead and try your reteach and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you with that.